Snow is going, lights are bright, candles flicker through the night. Every headline in the morning paper's telling you what's real, but I see hidden messages beneath the reels. Ancient stones carved under desert skies whisper secrets they still hide. Ooh. Are we just puppets on the strings of news and TV screens, or explorers in our minds when the trees aglow? Ring the bells, unwrap the truth beneath the mistletoe. Sip the brew of ancient rites where spirit rivers flow. Aliens watching from the stars as snowflakes start to fall. Programmed by the headlines, let's break free tonight, one and all. Children dream of Santa's sleigh, but I'm flying in my mind on a ship of sacred plants, ayahuasca's gifts unwind. Pyramids and ruins pulse with knowledge lost and found. We can crack the code beneath the merry-go-round. Under twinkling Christmas lights, we question what we know. Magic's in the mystery beneath the falling snow. Ring the bells, unlock the truth beneath the mistletoe. Sip the brew of ancient rites where spirit rivers flow. Aliens watching from the stars as snowflakes start to fall. Programmed by the headlines, let's break free tonight, one and all. Ring the bells, unwrap the truth beneath the mistletoe. We'll rewrite all the secrets in the glow. Ho, 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 let the real story show.
And welcome to Nomas Podcast Live, where we're going to be streaming for 25 days. Ho, 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 ho. Welcome, and I also want to let you know, all of you guys made a huge mistake by joining this live stream, but it's already too late if you're watching this live.
Alright, let's go ahead and get started here.
Welcome to Nomas Podcast Live, where we will react to videos, talk about current trending events, and possibly one or two conspiracies. So let's sit back, relax, and let's chat.
Nomas.
All right, so welcome everyone, whoever's actually joining in live. I see Mr. Julie Cakes in the house. There we go, Julie Cakes. I also see Mr. Donny Man, Mr. Yak Yak. He said he forgot his earphones at home. So yeah, like Julian said, you should just walk out on him. Let's see who else is here that I haven't seen. Purity kicked in. Oh, man. Okay, so first things first, I just want to say, hopefully you guys were able to hear. Man, I hate when that happens. You sound like Scooby-Doo. Let me see. Maybe let me see if I can remove this. Yeah, for some reason that keeps on popping up twice. Yeah. Well, first and foremost, it sounds like you guys were able to hear my my voice effects. Just so you guys know, it took me hours just for me to figure that out, and I'm actually wearing two sets of headphones so I can be able to monitor those sound effects, which I don't think I'm going to be using them a lot, right? But I just really wanted to get that effect of Scooby-Doo, not Scooby-Doo, freaking Santa. I don't know if I sounded like Santa, but for me, it was just like, you don't know how much I wanted to have this effect right here.
Okay, we're about to get started here on Nomas podcast. Roger that. I always wanted to get that sound effect, and I finally have it.
So that's the main reason it took me, like, I would honestly say maybe like a good 8 hours to figure all of that out. And oh man, it's just, I don't know, I really enjoy doing these lives, and hopefully you guys enjoy all the production behind it. It does take a lot of time to figure all of this out. And right before I started the live stream, I almost freaked out, but I need to learn to just relax. And if there's something not playing out like the way I want it, it is what it is. It's a live stream. I think Mr. Don Man, Mr. Yak Yak has mentioned it in the past. Hey, it's the perks of doing lives, you know. So, but I'm a perfectionist. I like everything to be, I guess, to the best of my abilities to make a good production, whether if it's art or whatever it is. I try to be as best as possible, right? So long story short, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy those little sound effects. Para eso trabajas, para disfrutar de... Yeah, exactly. Para eso trabajas, para disfrutar de tus frutos. I totally agree with that. And it's... yeah, it's honestly, I think I've mentioned it in the past, right? That when it comes down to clothing, when it comes down to other things, I don't really spend that much money on myself or anything right now. I'm spending the money on my daughter, on my household, you know, things like that. But when it comes down to, oh, okay, I know what's happening. Okay, so I need to learn something with this, right? So whenever I'm switching camera, that effect pops up. So I need to fix that. But yeah, I don't really spend much money on myself, just here for the studio. But at the end of the day, I'm putting it back into the production, which I really enjoy. But yeah, long story short, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. And yeah, like I said, it took me hours for that. Before we get started, I also want to say we are going live for 25 days. At least that's the goal. And not every day. I'm not going to have things structured. The plan is to have a couple reels and TikToks to go about it and react to and have a conversation with you guys. But honestly, if you guys want to have anything you guys want to talk about, or if there's anything trending, this is going to be the time to let me know, and we can talk about that, because it's going to be very tough for me to prep a show before like a live stream, because it does take me like an hour and a half to kind of take some notes for the live stream. But if I do stream every single day, it's going to be very tough to do that. So if you guys have any topics or anything like that for tomorrow or the next day, please do let me know. Mr. I am Hamster, let me go ahead and switch to this camera so the comment doesn't pop up again. Let me stay to this one. Mr. I am Hamster, I see you. What's going on, brother? I don't know if you were able to hear my sound effects, but if you didn't, if you want to go back to the intro, I think it sounded pretty cool, but I'll do a little bit for you just in case you missed it.
I was just talking like Santa Claus. Ho, ho, ho. I don't know if it sounds like it or not, but then I also have this one.
But yeah, that's I did a pretty cool intro, at least to my to my belief. I prepped so long for this one. But anyways, long story short, I am also going to be having guests. I'm going to be having random guests. I think my first guest is going to be Thursday. But I want to have random guests throughout the 25 days. And I just want to have either play games, like maybe like guess the end of the song, or truth or shot. I don't know, something like that, right? I want to have like random guests just talking about like Christmas, not rituals, what's the word, Christmas traditions. So I want to talk about like, you know, conspiracies behind that, just random guests. And I'm going to be doing pretty much live podcasts with these guests and just having a good time. So do expect that. I think my first guest is coming on Thursday, but I do plan on having just random super guests here for like 30 minutes or 40 minutes. Aside from my regular live stream, or if you guys want to be part of the be on screen and be a guest or call in, I'll give you guys priority for pretty much anybody that always joins in. You guys get priority over anybody. If you guys ever want to use the platform, or if you guys need me to clip something for you guys, I'll be supporting you guys in whatever you guys need. I really, really appreciate you guys tuning in. So yeah, long story short, I think that's pretty much it when it comes down to the 25 days of live streaming. For whatever case, I might not be able to do every single day, and also it might not start at 8 o'clock in specific because of my daughter, so I might have to push it back at 9 o'clock, things like that. And I'll try to use the community tab to keep you guys posted, so stay tuned with that. So I see Arlene. What's going on, Arlene? I think you're supposed to be working right now, but I see you. So I think you guys were able to hear the sound effects. So cool. I like that. Long story short. So yeah, that's pretty much my little spiel when it comes down to the 25 days of live streaming, and we'll see how that goes. It's just a challenge that I want to give myself, and yeah, we'll take it from there.
Welcome to Nomas Podcast Live, where we will react to videos, talk about current trending events, and possibly one or two conspiracies. So let's sit back, relax, and let's chat.
Nomas.
All right, so I think I don't know if I played that same intro already. I blanked out right now. I don't know if it's ever happened to you guys that if you guys ever give a speech or you guys do receive an award or something like that. Many times when you get off the stage or whatever, you're like, what the heck did I just say? That happened to me right now. So I don't know if I had played that. But okay, so the first, before, if you guys don't have any links or anything you guys want to talk about, I'll get started with this and then we'll take it from there. And if you guys have any diebacks, just please do let me know so we can take it from there. Or if you're watching this after the live stream ends, so leave comments and we'll talk about it on the next stream. All right, so the first TikTok or post that I saw that I wanted to react to, it was I think you guys are all aware who Mr. Beast is, and apparently he just did a collaboration with the Rockefellers. If you guys are part of this channel, then pretty much you guys have heard of the Rockefellers and you guys know what they're about and who they are, so on and so forth. So it just so happens that in November 2025, so just recently, Mr. Beast charity partnered with the Rockefeller Foundation in a strategic deal to scale humanitarian projects. The agreement focuses on fighting global hunger, improving food distribution, and using Mr. Beast's massive audience plus the Rockefellers funding network to deliver food aid more efficiently around the world. So we're going to look into this one first.
Did you hear Mr. Beast announced he's partnered now with the Rockefeller Foundation? And we got to talk about this for a second because, dude, you don't get on YouTube's trending tab every single day without making a deal, without making a serious deal. It's not random. Yes, you can grow a YouTube channel, of course you can. But to get to that level of viewership, something needs to be signed. They don't let people have that much influence without making sure they have some control over them, if not total control. Now, we already found out that Mr. Beast is a part of that talent agency that also owns Kai Cenat and a couple other super famous people that is connected to Disney, by the way. And remember when his top guy, Chris Tyson, turned to Ava Chris Tyson? And people were wondering if that had to happen or was made to happen, because we know 99% of his audience is children anyway.
Oh, okay, so that's a key point. Oh shit. No, 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 no. Oh, no, no, no.
People
What the heck is playing? No, 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 no. What the heck's going on? Sorry. What the heck's going on?
wonder about that. It could just be nothing, though.
Let me pause.
But my point is, partnering with the Rockefeller Foundation.
No.
Last I checked.
Sorry, it's because I think I have a video behind it, and I'm pausing it and playing it at the same time, so I apologize about that. So let me take it back. So this is key what he said right here.
Disney, by the way. And remember when his top guy, Chris Tyson, turned to Ava Chris Tyson, and like people were wondering if that had to happen or was like made to happen, because we know 99% of his audience is children anyway. People wonder about that.
Okay, and what he's talking about is Chrysler Tyson. So, and that used to be one of Mr. Beast, like number one, like friends or business partners in his channel, which is this guy right here. This guy. So him, and what he was mentioning is that this is Chrysler Tyson, the before, and this is the Chrysler Tyson now. So right there. So that, and that's pretty much what he's mentioning right now. Like, did this actually have to happen in order for Mr. Beast to be that successful, or part of like the agenda? You know, this is for entertainment purposes, right? But yeah, so that's what he's saying. Like, did it actually have to happen because of his audience? So yeah, kind of weird.
It could just be nothing, though. But my point is, partnering with the Rockefeller Foundation. Last I checked, those are, that's kind of the club that we're not in. Central banking system, this whole thing. So now he's partnered with them. Holy Kreipenheimer. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below and follow for more.
Yeah, so I found that kind of weird, right? That everything now, like the number one YouTuber is collaborating with the Rockefeller Foundation. And then a lot of people are making the connection to one Mr. Beast. The number one YouTuber's name is Mr. Beast, or Beast, right? So yeah, it's kind of weird how all of that is playing out. And a lot of people had already thought that Beast is some sort of like I guess you can call a plant, right? That he was placed there in that position. And this is this right here is the video of the president of Rockefeller. So this is the video of the president of Rockefeller Foundation with Mr. Beast announcing their partnership.
Hi, I'm Rod Shaw, president of Rockefeller Foundation. I'm here today with Jimmy Donaldson, better known as Mr. Beast. How's it going? And we are together, the Rockefeller Foundation and Mr. Beast, launching a great new partnership together.
Yes, we're going to try to inspire the youth all around the world, change lots of lives. Lots of big projects coming up. We'll tell you more about it in the future, but I'm honored to be working with the Rockefeller Foundation, and let's change the world.
And we're excited to work with Jimmy and his awesome team. They are already helping kids in Africa and around the planet. We're going to take that to the next level together, and we couldn't be more excited.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jimmy.
So I don't know if you guys caught that, right? But towards the end of the video, Beast, he made a hand symbol that a lot of people in the comments caught. So let's go ahead and replay that a little bit.
Kids in Africa and around the planet, we're going to take that to the next level together, and we couldn't be
right there. So a lot of people were speculating about that hand symbol. Supposedly, right, I don't really watch a lot of Mr. Beast content, but the people in the comment section were stating that he's never done that before. And now, being that he's collaborating with the Rockefellers, yeah, it's kind of, who knows if it's too much of a coincidence, but a lot of people in the comment sections are making that connection. Let me see if I can pull up some of the comments here. So, bro just got generational wealth for his kids. Definitely just saying that a hand signal. So yeah, this is exactly what I was mentioning. And that in specific got like over close to 1,000 likes. So other people agreed with that. never beating the allegations with that sign. He's never done that before until now. Why does this feel AI? His smile looks like it's being held hostage by his career ambitions. Yeah, so who knows, man? Who knows if at least, you know how here we like to dive into conspiracies and things like that. Who knows if it's all coincidence or it's actually for a good cause. But for sure caught people's attention. Let me see what Mr. Yak Yak is saying. Let me see. Mr. Seb, what's going on, brother? I see you. Nah, that wasn't the catalyst for his fame. He was pretty famous before that happened. Yeah, of course, he was pretty famous. But I think once you get to that point of fame, they kind of like, you have to join that club, right? That's what pretty much the video that we were reacting to right now stated, that, oh, they got him, like he's part of them now, right? And then just recently, I think there was a video of Steve Will Do It that with Logan Paul, which he was stating that Mr. Beast doesn't seem to be like a genuine guy. That he does a lot of the things that he does, like donating money and all these different videos, pretty much to gain more money and continue putting into his content, right? Which at the end of the day, he is doing a good deed, but other people that know him personally don't see Mr. Beast as being authentic. Let me see. Beast as in beast mode. I'm not defending him though. Yeah. I get it. But just people are putting that connection, and not sure if it has to do with because ultimately he's like the number one YouTuber, and it just so happens that that's his name, right? So yeah, who knows, right? Who knows if it's just pure coincidence? But yeah, that's I found that kind of interesting, since that story just developed in this past month. But yeah. All right, so the next clip I'm going to be showcasing, this was pretty interesting. I think in the past we've talked about this as well, that, you know, that there's a reincarnation and there's like this world is a simulation. And when I saw this video, I think this video pretty much captured how interdimensional beings select their simulation in the Matrix. Check it out. So right there, he's choosing his simulation from Earth, the human life, Mars, reptilian hybrid, or Moon, inner core. I can't read that. So right there, he's choosing an avatar from being a doctor, a lawyer, or an NPC. For those that don't know, it's man, what's an NPC? I've totally forgot. It's a non-player something. I forgot, but that's an NPC. Right there, and this guy's living in the simulation as a human being. Yeah, freaking I personally think, who knows, right? There's been a lot of movies out there. That depict something similar like Avatar, right? When the soldiers are connecting into the source, and now they become avatars. So yeah, I just found that clip very, very interesting, and how supposedly interdimensional beings, you know, come into this physical realm, into the Matrix, as one of us. So who knows if we selected to be us, these characters. So I think I know what Mr. Dondi Man is going to say, that he wouldn't choose to be a specific type of character. No offense, but I think you've mentioned it in the past or something like that. What's Julie Cakes is saying? Character, yeah. Oh, okay. Non-player character. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Okay. Man, how did I miss that? I just ruined that clip. But yeah, non-player character. And those are the characters that pretty much there in the background. There was actually in the comment section of this there was a person that mentioned, why would anybody decide to be an NPC? And I haven't read through the comments, but my thought process with that is that many times I've dealt with people that when I talk about like conspiracies or questioning certain things of the system, they completely disregard my ideas, which is totally fine, right? But I'm like, oh, like inside of me, I'm like, why don't you wake up? Like, just have an open mind. I'm not saying to fully agree with what I'm saying, but just take my point of view and at least question it and make your own research with this and give your own take, but don't just go based on what you've been told, right? There's many there's many choices, there's many ideologies out there for you to just stick to what you've been told, but that's what an NPC is, right? They just stick to what the system has told them, and they're just, living their day-to-day life. But at times, I feel some of them, it's like I at times envy that, because you just go on with your day-to-day life and just enjoying your day, go to work, come with your family, and that's it, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. But for me, I think as soon as I found and read into some rabbit holes and things like that, I question everything, right? I always keep an open mind, but I don't believe the first story I hear. So yeah, that's pretty much what an NPC is. All right, let me know if you guys would rather be an NPC or if you guys are truly you guys would rather be if you guys had the choice to come into this realm, living through an interdimensional being. All right, this next one, let me know if you guys have any comments with that. Otherwise, I'll go ahead and proceed with the next one. But this next clip that I wanted to get into is pretty much, it's in relation to Christmas, but I haven't really seen a lot of people talk about this one, but it's honestly, this is one of my favorite theories on where the history of Santa Claus and Christmas tradition came from. And I think it's Joe Rogan that mentions this.
The relationship between Santa Claus and this mushroom is very strange. Caribou are connected to a mushroom called the Amanita muscaria mushroom. They're addicted to this mushroom. People do psychedelic ceremonies and they go outside of their yurts to pee. Mm-hmm. Caribou will knock them over to try to get to their urine because their urine is rich with the smell of this mushroom. The mushroom looks like Santa Claus. It's red and white. It also shows up under pine trees. When it rains, the mushrooms will pop up, bright packages.
They're just under the tree.
Exactly. Boom. Gets crazier. To dry them off, the shamans would pick them, put them in the pine needles to dry them off. They were discouraging these shamanic rituals. People had to sneak into people's houses to perform them. And one of the ways they did that was to climb down through the chimney. So the shaman would drop down through the chimney with a bag of mushrooms. The caribou, which pulls Santa's reindeer, they're flying because they're tripping their balls off. They're high as fuck.
Wow. The more you know.
Yeah, and there was another, so I think that's freaking insane, right? And I think there's even, there's other videos, or not videos, but there's pictures of old, like, Christmas cards, and I believe there's, like, elves with mushrooms in there, and they're pretty much on Christmas cards, so not sure if that's a correlation to that, but I found it pretty interesting that that's at least a theory out there when it comes down to the history of Christmas and Santa. And then supposedly also Joe Rogan has another theory when it comes down to the Bible, right? I think he talks about a specific case of the Bible where he talks about the burning bush. Let me see if I can pull it up. Burning bush. Joe Rogan. Let me see. I think it's this one.
when he met God and God was a burning bush, that this might have been...
Let me go ahead and do this screen.
When he met God and God was a burning bush, that this might have been some crude translation of them being involved in some sort of a psychedelic experience. You very well could think that you were in a conversation with God.
Reference here is to Benny Shaman, a professor at Hebrew University, who talked about how he had some incredible encounter in the Amazon.
Oh man, yeah, this
is
is not it.
Religious
yeah, I think that one, somebody's reacting to it.
Do you know what religious scholars actually believe?
No, I don't like that one. Let me see.
And religious experiences.
Yeah.
And when
I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it. Let me see.
My feelings have always been when I do psychedelics that there's a university in Jerusalem that had this theory that the burning bush was the acacia bush. And the acacia bush is rich in DMT.
Well, I think that, look, I think that hallucinogens strip memory from perception. So you see the world in all its blazing glory. Huxley figured that out with the doors of perception. That is apparently what psychedelics do psychopharmacologically. They mimic a high stress condition, and they strip memory from perception so that you can return to the source and revitalize.
Yeah, I don't think this is the actual video that I was referring to, but according to other people, there's been some theories out there that psychedelics is in relation to some of the verses in the Bible or some of the chapters in the Bible. So I just thought that was kind of interesting, and correlating it back to the whole Santa thing and the shamanic, I guess, rituals, right? That compared to Santa Claus. Let me see. I think I see a couple comments here that I want to get to. Morpheus in the Matrix explains that real well, why they like the current system. Oh, okay. The NPC system. I like that. So Mr. Queso King 84, what's up, Toño? Good to see you, brother. Haven't seen you in a while. But yeah, I just if you missed that we just went over one of the theories behind Santa Claus and Christmas, and yeah, so all right, so the next video I'm gonna get into is here's another. Okay, so once again, I think I don't always want to talk about conspiracies, but for some reason this is all I save in my TikTok. So this is what catches my attention. I always save these type of videos, but I'm more than welcome to talk about other topics as well. So this next video is pretty much. Here's another video that depicts two suns and proves the sun and the moon are local here within this realm, within this dome. So there you can depict one of the suns, and you have the other sun setting close to the water, right? So two suns at the same time. So not sure if they actually depict where this took place. Let me see. I don't think it actually said where this was taking place. Interesante. Yeah, it doesn't really say where this took place. But so let's see what some of the comments are saying with this. The sun and the moon cannot be millions away. I'm sorry. And anyone that believes that, let me sell you ice and water. The earth is flat and the sun is local. Pretty much what we stated. The moon and the sun is local. There's no outer space. I love how the sun sits in the sea of clouds. It is obviously local and not 93 millions away. Okay, so this is something very interesting, right? Let me see if I can get in focus. So this is pretty interesting. When I saw this, I'm not focused. Let me see. Nope, not focused. Kind of focused. That one's focused, but no, I want this one. It's focusing on the... Yeah, cool. fuck, it's still not focused 100%. The reason why I'm kind of like, I want to have this focus is because obviously I make clips and reels out of it. There we go. I think I'm focused now. So I want to make sure the cameras are a little bit more focused in case I do clip something. But pretty much what I wanted to mention is in relation to this comment right here is that it's saying it is obviously local and not 93 million miles away, right? So one of the questions that I've asked people in the past, right? So here on Earth, right? If what this comment is stating, 93 million miles away from Earth, the sun, right? How is it that we feel the heat and we can actually see the light from the sun, but when you're in outer space, which you're closer to the sun, why is it always pitch black when now you're closer to the sun? So in reality, the universe should be lit up even more brighter than here, but that's not the case. So at least, I mean, I'm not no freaking scientist, but at least the people that I've asked, and not saying that I'm correct, right? But nobody has been able to give me a correct answer or an answer that actually makes sense, at least common sense. So if you do have a reason why the universe is pitch black when the sun is closer to the moon, to all those other planets, so why is it pitch black? So let me know if you guys agree with that, or if you guys have questioned that in the past. But yeah, that's I think that pretty much wraps up all the different videos that I had here for today's live stream. Let me know if you guys have anything else that you guys might want to dive into before I close it out. Like, once again, this is going to be an everyday thing at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. So if it's going to be very difficult for me to just be yapping here by myself. So like I said, I am going to be having guests that we can go ahead and dive in and talk about all different types of topics. So that way I can keep it more interactive on a day-to-day basis. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up the 5 clips that I wanted to talk about here. Let me know if you guys have anything else that you guys want to talk about before I close this out. I'm still under the hour, so I have a little bit more time. Otherwise, we can end it. And if you guys have additional feedback or things that you guys want to talk about for tomorrow, do let me know. Let me see if I can pull something up right now. Otherwise, then we'll just leave it for tomorrow. Oh, but by the way, I did want to mention that I am going to be having a calendar of different like activities that it's going on, like in San Diego. Not sure where everybody's from. I think the majority of people that join us are from San Diego. There's been a couple of people, for example, Toño, that is not from San Diego, but at least for people here in San Diego locally, I'll pull up different activities of what's going on here locally. So in case you guys want to make it, if you guys have a family, that way you guys kind of like, oh shoot, like I didn't even think about that. So you guys will kind of know. So I'll be pulling those up as well. The beginning of the intro, if you guys weren't here at the beginning, I made that song through AI, by the way. So, and if you guys pay attention to the lyrics, it does sound like a Christmas song, but it's actually talking about like the ruins, ancient civilizations, questioning. It even talks about ayahuasca. So if you guys have a little bit of more time to dive into that, go ahead and check that out. And I made that with 11 Labs in case you guys are interested in making your own song. Mr. Toño saying that he likes this. Toño, I would love for you to call in sometime, brother. Like, let me know in case you ever want to just chat or say hi. Let me know. But yeah, let me know if you guys have anything else that you guys are interested in talking. Otherwise, we'll end it and we'll go ahead and yap tomorrow. We'll take it from there. And yeah, so I'm not sure how this is going to work out. This is going to be, this is honestly a challenge for me to do this on a daily basis. So yeah, just giving it a shot. I think I am going to be learning a lot from going live almost on a single day basis, every single day basis. So yeah, let me know. Otherwise, I think that's going to wrap today's, let me see what Julie Cakes is pulling up. What are your thoughts on the production removal of the penny? Cashless society has begun. Okay, so what are your thoughts on the production removal of the penny? Cashless society has begun. With the removal of the penny, will roll into the rest of the coins and eventually dollars. Man, it's a love and hate relationship, right? I think not having cash and using your card, it's very convenient. It's super convenient, and at times when I have like dollar bills or coins, I feel like my hands are super dirty, right? So that's the negative aspect there, at least in that form, right? But when it comes down to the bigger picture, I think cash should remain, and they shouldn't get rid of like physical cash. One, because at the end of the day, that's one way of you kind of dealing with the person right there in person. And now if everything goes digital, then guess who's going to have full control of what goes in, what comes out. And now you're not going to have, you're not going to be able to have any sort of like side deals that at the end of the day, it becomes not taxable in a sense, because technically you're dealing with the person hand in hand. Now, if everything becomes digital, then guess what? Now money is in dollar figures and money. It just becomes like literally invisible in numbers on a screen. So me personally, even though at times I like the convenience of having a card, I still appreciate having cash, and at times I make it a point to pull out money to use cash, even though it's out of my way. But I still try to push myself to do that, because for the same reason, I don't want money to go away, physical money to go away. At the end of the day, money now, they say that is quote unquote worthless, because the money was printed to be a figurative object for gold, but now they've printed way more money than what we have gold. So now it's just something that we control our day-to-day spending. But yeah, that's my thought process with that. I know, like, I remember we talked about this in the past, that the penny was going to get eliminated. I think Trump mentioned that, or I think he was the one that was pulling that. Let me see if I can pull that up actually. Let's go to Google. Or you know what? Let's talk to chat. Let me see if chat can talk to me about this. What's going on, Hoy Nomas chat? Are you able to hear me?
Hey, I can hear you loud and clear. What's up? Let's dive in and chat about whatever you need.
Okay, so we're actually doing a live stream right now, and Mr. Julie Cakes, Julian, mentioned that what my thoughts of eliminating the penny and eventually the dollars and the additional coins, what my thought process was. Is the penny currently getting pretty much eliminated from society at this point, or it was just something that Trump brought up?
Gotcha. Well, that's a pretty cool question to tackle on your live stream. So the idea of getting rid of the penny has actually been floating around for a while. It's not something Trump specifically started. There have been talks about phasing out the penny for years because it costs more to make than it's actually worth. Some people argue it's kind of just cluttering up currency. But as of right now, the U.S. hasn't officially decided to eliminate the penny. It's more of a debate that comes up every now and then, but no final call has been made. So you can totally let your audience know it's a real discussion, but not something that's officially happening just yet. It's a fun topic to dive into.
And what are your thoughts when it comes down to eliminating dollar bills and pennies and coins? So what do you think would be the negative aspect of actually eliminating money and just becoming pure digital?
Yeah, that's a really interesting angle. So my take is that there are definitely a couple of sides to it. On the one hand, going fully digital can make transactions super convenient and streamlined. You wouldn't have to deal with physical change. You'd have less hassle carrying coins or bills. And it could make things like online payments or bill payments even more universal. Plus, no more pennies lying around. But on the flip side, there are definitely some negative aspects. For one, not everyone has easy access to digital banking or smartphones. Going fully digital could leave out people who rely on cash, especially older folks or those in rural or underserved communities. There's also the privacy aspect. Cash transactions are anonymous, but digital ones are always tracked in some way. And of course, there's a security concern. Digital systems can be vulnerable to hacking or outages in a way that cash isn't. So yeah, it's definitely a trade-off. It's a cool topic to explore to your viewers.
Cool. Thank you. Appreciate that. Hoy Nomas chat.
You're absolutely welcome. I'm always here to help, and it's super fun to dive into these topics with you. Just let me know if you need anything else.
All right. So, Mr. Dondiman, am I pronouncing it good, by the way? Dondiman? So I recommend all you to buy gold in small denominations like tenth of an one. Oh, okay. I recommend all you to buy gold in small denominations like tenth of an ounce or silver before price goes higher. Yeah, I agree. But then, like, how much can you really buy, right? Like, I have a couple of like 2 chains and 2 esclavas, right? But like, yeah, I think that's all I have, to be honest. But yeah, I agree. If you can afford gold and like have physical gold, that's technically what money is valued over or with, right? Through gold. So yeah, I agree. All right. Any other diebacks before we call it a day? Keep in mind, tomorrow we are going to be going live 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at the latest. I'll be posting on the community tab. Also in the community, you know what? As a matter of fact, I'll be using the community tab in case you guys want to drop any topics. Not sure if you guys can leave links there for like the next live, but worst case scenario, if you guys can't drop any links, I always leave the, let me see if I can pull up the number. For some reason my number's not popping up, but you guys have the hotline in the description. You guys will see the hotline that you guys can always text that hotline and leave links there for tomorrow's episode, and yeah, we'll take it from there. Any final diebacks? Going once, going twice. Let me know. I'll play something right now for a couple seconds, and then I'll see if you guys have anything else. If not, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully you guys have the time. How do you guys like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock on a weekly basis just to chat? Like I said, if you guys want to call in and be part of the live, that'll be cool. Or if you guys want to actually be on screen, let me know. I'll send you guys a Zoom link. Otherwise, I will be having my guests here joining, random guests. But yeah, let me know. I don't think I see anybody else. So tomorrow I'm gonna be updating my days till Christmas. So far, 24 days till Christmas. And all right, I think I'm gonna call it a day with that. And yeah, that's it. Till next time, guys. I don't think it's sorry. There we go.